And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again another day, committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth centered around your real estate, your marketing, your self-defense, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, and our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, and we want to engage to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Save our hotline number in your phone because at some point you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. And we're going to help you win no matter what you're facing out there. Consumer Quarterback Show is intelligent talk radio, 5 o'clock drive time, 1380 The Biz, syndicated on the weekends, FM 1025 The Bone, daily TV show on WeBeam TV. And check out our website. You can see a lot of information. You can see links to all of our expert contributors at consumerqb.com. You'll see the links to all of our expert contributors there, their contact information, their web pages. And also, you can submit a form through the contact form there. Any questions you have, any connections you would like us to make. I want to be your super connector. I want to connect you to one of my 80-plus show partners here in Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region of Florida that we've assembled, we've vetted, and we bring on the air to help you understand more about all areas of business and finance. We've got attorneys on the show. We've got self-defense experts and marketing experts, health experts. So there's a lot of ways we can help you right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're going to help you win. Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks here in studio with me today. Back in studio, my man Thomas King. He's the CEO of Florida Firearms Academy. Welcome in, sir.
Thanks for having me back, Brandon. I just want to add, too, thanks a lot for having me on this show because it's brought a lot of people into our show. And if you're looking to advertise your small business out there, get on the Brandon Rhymes Show. It's going to do you some wonders.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate that. We really
Pleasure.
do. Really appreciate that. We've been on air for almost 5 years now, and we feel that we put out a really good product, and we've perfected the craft of radio, TV. It's much more than just radio nowadays. It's social media content that we're creating. A lot of fun stuff. So Thomas King, best in the business. We got some events coming up. Let's go ahead and cap off some of these events. So we got a GSW trauma management class Saturday the 3rd, 2 o'clock. We got a gun range day, and that's the 4th at 9 a.m. You got an active shooter, the Israeli experience 3-day course on February 9th, and you have a kids free safety class on 2/25 as well at 9 a.m. So
that's all at Florida Firearms Academy at 13317 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa.
13317 West Hillsborough. Is that right?
Hillsborough Avenue, yep.
Yep, right there, kind of close to the racetrack. If you're out there, ever go to the
horse track.
Go bet on the ponies. Yeah. The horse tracks there. So, all right. So, also in studio, we got Andrew Gilliland. He's the founder of iSpyPens.com. Welcome in, sir.
Brandon, thank you so much for having us here. It's really amazing. I remember I met you last year on the top of a hotel, and you really expressed such sincere interest in my personal development and success, and it's because of people like you that I really drive forward every day. So I just want to say thank you.
Hey, my pleasure.
He's
Absolutely.
recording you right now, isn't he?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he's got the spy pen on.
We're not.
He's not filming me. You're not filming me, filming you, are you?
Maybe we got to.
and introduce your partner here too.
Absolutely.
He's not mic'd up, but go ahead.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm Josh Hackey. I'm the Director of Marketing for iSpy Pens. I've been within the company for 8 months now, and I just want to really appreciate Brandon, all the passion that you put behind this show to bring everybody on. It's really inspiring, and we look up to you.
Hey, my pleasure. Likewise.
Thank you.
And we're going to talk about this unique product and also the entrepreneurial spirit, a lot about the personal development side as well, coming up in the show with these fine young gentlemen here as well. And as the owner of Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay, I got to let you know about some of this hot inventory that we have. It is a low inventory market, but we've got a beautiful property on Clearwater Beach. It's 1024 Mandalay on Clearwater Beach, and we're going to help you with an open house on this property as as well if you want to go check it out. It's a beautiful property, about a $749,000 price tag, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, split floor plan. Great buying opportunity on beautiful Clearwater Beach. And another waterfront beauty that I have in Apollo Beach as well. It's 6508 Bimini Court, Apollo Beach, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. We've got over 5,600 square feet, $690,000. Bring your boat. This is a beautiful opportunity for that fisherman, the outdoorsman. Great opportunity, beautiful pool in the back, and you've got bay access, direct bay access from Apollo Beach to our beautiful beaches and Gulf of Mexico. And we want to give a big thank you to Mary Maids, the official cleaning partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Let Mary Maids take care of your winter cleaning, and we know clean. Leave the details to us. Licensed, bonded, insured, customized cleaning, reliable service, and the same team cleans whenever possible. They are the winner of the Women's Choice Award as well. So reach out to Mary Maids for all of your cleaning. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you, and you're going to get special incentives and discounts. So we're right here in studio. We're going to help you win. That's the goal of our show. And we always start off with a little personal development and a little bit of an audible. So if you're listening to our TV show there, watching our show, you see, we got Peyton Manning helping us with that audible. We got the Super Bowl and a lot of cool things happening. But, when we think about, business and finance and life, one of the biggest things you can do is focus on controlling your mind, the power of focus. What we focus on in life is going to expand. And a lot of times we have these negative thoughts running through our life of, depending on where you're brought up and the negative influence you may have had growing up. You typically see what you find or what you're seeking, and seek and ye shall find. In the good book, it's written and it says that. So a lot of times we have these negative patterns that we fall into, and these negative habits, and that's gonna force us into a area that is going to be discomfort. We're not going to have comfort in that space, and ultimately you want to control your thoughts, control what you're focusing on, because where your focus goes, your energy flows, and ultimately you want to focus on what Wilfredo Pareto talked about as the 80-20 rule. 1895, an Italian economist named Wilfredo Pareto coined the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle, and he talked about how he noticed 80% of the wealth owned by 20% of the few. The vital few is what he called them. And you see that translated in business and life, and not only what you're going to receive in life, but what you're focusing on. So the power of focus on those key 20% of the tasks that you do and you perform on a daily basis. That's going to help you move that needle towards success. It's going to help you push that pendulum on the side of success. And when you look at that, you can't really push on the side of success without pushing on the side of failure. So the more times you fail, the more times you try something and fail, but you learn a better way to do it. That's the goal. That's what you want to focus on, and those are your keys to success in your 2-minute drill here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And let's go ahead and jump right into it. Thomas King in the house, and CEO, Florida Firearms Academy, and helping people understand the reasons why they might want to carry a concealed. The self-defense aspect, I think, is so overlooked, and we see it time and time again here in the United States.
And that's the main thing, that why you need practice and why you need to come in and shoot, and not just sitting there in front of a piece of paper and shooting it. We're going to talk a little bit about our competitions that we hold. So the competitions that we have in March will be starting back up for the season, but we're also going to have the El Presidente. El Presidente is a globally known match that you can do out there. It's fast, it's fun, and you know what? It's great for your practice. You're going to be shooting multiple targets, you're going to be reloading, and you're going to have to get your shots on fast and timed on it, and you're going to be scored on it. So we're going to have our steel target matches, so you're going to have trees out there, and what you have to do is basically shoot the trees until they fold over, and whoever does it the fastest wins. And that's really good practice, because what that does is it gets your heart rate going. It gets that competition, that competitiveness in you. Just like if there was a defensive situation, you're not going to be standing there in front of a piece of paper, slowly squeezing the trigger, aiming it correctly with your squinting your eye, whatever you're going to be doing. So competitions are great for any kind of defense too as well. So what we do is, this is for beginners. We train you how to do it. We train you how to shoot correctly. Each time you'll see you're progressing, getting better and better and better. And that's the whole reason why we do a lot of these competitions. So we're going to be doing some competitions coming up. Starting in March is the USPSA. These matches will be quick. They'll be fast. You're going to be timed on it. And this way you're going to see how you're going to perform to get better, better, and better. We used to do a lot of scenario classes, and that is, I don't know if you've ever taken one of these, Brandon, but what this is you actually are like laying in bed on the range, in a bed, and there next to you there's a nightstand, and you're going to have to grab your your firearm from your nightstand, load it because someone just broke into your house. And you're going to have to run through rooms with live ammo, but we're going to teach you how to do it. We're going to teach you how to walk and shoot, move and shoot, what to shoot, and what's behind shooting, because every round that comes through your firearm that comes out of that, you're held responsible for it. So in these situations, you're going to run through rooms, shoot bad guys, bowling pins, still targets, balloons. We're going to score you on it. We're going to time you on it, and we're going to make sure each time you're getting better and better. And this is a lot of fun. It's $20 for members, $25 for non-members, and it's a great way to actually get into the sport, because once you get into this and you start learning the rules, you can go out there and do real matches out there and earn money. We give away trophies and cool stuff, and at the end of the year, we give away prizes, ammo, and all that good stuff. But if you want to get out there and get serious, because this is an Olympic sport, is shooting.
Wow.
But also out there, there's competitions that offer tons of money out there for you to get out there to really try something. Shooting isn't just about defense; it's about the sport, and that's what we really portray in. But we also have, defensive classes and things like that.
Yeah, the sports side, the recreation side, couple things you mentioned, very cool. In competition, that's true in business and life and sports. The more that you compete, the more you're going to sharpen that saw, as Stephen Covey talked about.
Right, and it doesn't matter if you're 10 years old or 90 years old. I had a 70-year-old lady want to go, I just want to try this. I'm terrified to do it. But we went out there with her. She did it with all these other kids that are fast and run that have done competitions, and she went out there and she blew us away how well she did. We gave her some, each time she did it, we gave her some pointers on what would make it a little bit easier, a little bit faster, but she absolutely loved it.
Nice.
Very nice.
I like that. That's pretty cool. She's gonna, and that's what we want to talk to you about, is things that matter. With the mainstream media, a lot of times there's garbage in those stories. There's things. With this show, we're different. We're going to talk to you about things that matter. Talk to people that matter, and help you understand these things. So safety. We're talking about safety, gun safety here with Thomas King, CEO, Florida Firearms Academy, and we're coming up. We have iSpyPens.com as well. Andrew Gilliland, and we have our feel good story of the week. A man gives his Super Bowl tickets to a young Eagles fan who beat cancer. Stay with us for that story and our Name That Tune. We'll be right back after this short break.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of Platinum MVP Realty, published author, and a professional speaker. Check out our book on Amazon, Become the MVP in Your Industry by Surfing the Radio Waves. We're teaching other professionals how to grow their sphere of influence, harness the power of the media, and so much more. And on Amazon, we'd also like to talk to any groups or organizations. If you are a member of a group or organization, public speaking is one of my passions, and giving back and helping in those different areas. So reach out. ConsumerQB.com. Submit the form at ConsumerQB.com, and also reach out on our hotline, 813-670-7372. Open house this weekend over at 6601 Crinkle Avenue in Riverview. 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2,800 square foot heated, $349,000. Great buying opportunity in that Bloomingdale area of the Riverview. And also beautiful property, rare find on the beach. This is 3610 Casablanca Avenue, St. Pete Beach, a duplex right just north of the Don Cesar, just south of the Hotel Zamora. Kipton's the Hotel Zamora, actually our hotel partner. Beautiful beach opportunity here, duplex. Great rental income, and it's a great time to be investing in real estate, as you may know. Beautiful properties here in Tampa Bay. Somewhere sunny and 75. Yes, sir. Back here in studio, Thomas King, CEO, Florida Firearms Academy. Andrew Gilliland, founder of iSpyPens.com, coming up as well. Back to Thomas. So, Thomas, when we look at, we just had a serial killer running around.
Right.
We see,
Seminole Heights.
half of the stuff that we see on the news is bad, and then the other half that we don't even see or hear about, except for insiders like you and some of the folks that come into your facility over there at Florida Firearms Academy at 13317 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa.
It's amazing the stories we hear over there, and what the police tell us, and just anyone involved in a shooting out there. What actually is involved is you never hear on the media, but it can prolong for years. I actually know a case right now. It's going on 3 years right now. And what this does is it costs you a lot of money.
Yeah.
And if you don't have any kind of insurance, there's insurances out there, which I personally have. I have my staff have. It's like U.S. Law Shield is one of them. You can get other different ones out there, but this is like $10 to $11, I think, a month. But what that will do is it will cover you if there is an accident, not even just a shooting. If you're punching someone or you're in a bar, you have to defend your life, or someone that comes at you with a knife. It doesn't matter if you're completely 100% in the right to defend yourself. You still have to get that retainer for the attorney. You still have to go to court. You still have to, and people lose their cars, their houses, and just to defend their life. So with U.S. Law Shield and things like that, it will cover your attorney fees, and you won't have to pay anything up until your court date. The attorney will be there that day. They'll recommend what you should do and what you need to do to make sure you're all safe, so you're not going to lose your house and your car and things like that. So having a firearm is a huge responsibility.
Yes.
And if you're going to use it for defense, you got to have something that can back you up with it as well, so you don't lose everything that you have.
Yeah, because there's stories that you see in the news and you hear about where somebody, you say, wow, how could that happen? That person was just defending themselves. They were maybe the Good Samaritan a lot of times, standing up for the person
helping
who was
out.
Yeah, the robber comes in. I remember there's one, I think in Largo or Pinellas. The robber comes in and he's trying to rob the place, and the Good Samaritan jumps him, and then now he's under attack.
And you know what? That person, you won't see it unless it's a huge case that, hey, this is going on for years. Well, when years go by and you're spending that money on attorneys, you have to think that that's hundreds of thousands of dollars that you could be losing just because you helped someone out. So make sure anyone can get the insurance, and it doesn't mean just firearm. It means defending yourself. So they will be right there that day to help you out. If there's no one in this vicinity, they will fly someone. Normally they're like in Orlando right here, but they'll be right out there to help you out. And I have a lot of people that have gone through this, and they 100%, yep, they were there. They helped us out.
U.S. Law Shield?
U.S. Law Shield. You can come to our store. You can sign up for it. Sometimes we have free classes on it. You can come there, and you can talk to an attorney. You can talk to a police officer. Usually they have an attorney and a police officer, and they'll have a representative there just to tell you what this actually does for you. So
I like
very
that.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I like that. I think I want to get that
Highly
myself.
recommend it for anyone. Not even if you don't even have a firearm. it could be a road rage incident where someone comes at you with a bat and you have to defend yourself.
Right.
Even if you're just punching them and you knock them out, that guy can now come out and sue you. So this is how it actually works. If someone comes in your house and you have a camera and they say, I'm going to kill you and your family, you say, please don't, and now you have to shoot this guy. Even if you have it on camera, it doesn't matter. But they have to still to come in. The state will step in and say, yep, after 6 months or something, yep, that was a justified shooting. You had it on camera, but you still had to get your attorney. You still had to go through all that. Now, after you've been cleared, you had to commit a felony to stop a felony, basically. So now you had to clear your name. Yeah. Now the guy that you just took out or was trying to defend, help your family to stop that from defending your family.
Yep.
Their family can now come in after the state comes in and try. So it can be
like
an ongoing thing. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So you have to make sure you're taken care of on the financial part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking with Thomas King. He's the CEO of Florida Firearms Academy and longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show and expert contributor in the areas of self-defense. So what are some things our listeners, our viewers of our TV show on WeBeam TV, what are some of the things they can do when it comes to being vigilant, being aware and defending themselves?
Well, I would first say put your phone down. That's the whole main thing. I don't know how many times have you ever seen people driving around and they're on the interstate and they're texting and you're like, what are you? You're going 60 miles per hour. I don't think you understand. If one little thing happens, you're gonna die or kill somebody, and you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life because of that. Some of the things that you can do is take responsibility for yourself. I mean, if someone's coming at you and they're road raging, and you're going to get upset and pull a firearm, well, then you shouldn't own a firearm because that's a huge mistake. If you're going to ruin your life because of some little incident, if it's not to protect your life, then never pull a firearm.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the very last thing. And now, what about this? I'm not sure if it's a myth or not, but you can only match a certain, like if someone pulls a knife, you can only use a knife. Can you use a gun? What does that play out?
If someone's coming at you and your life is in jeopardy, they could be a kung fu master for all you know, and they come at you. If your life is in jeopardy, well, then you should take action to protect yourself or your family. And wouldn't you, whether it was a law or not, if your family's life was in danger, you're going to do whatever you can to save them. I know I would. So let the courts play it out and let them know, be honest with them.
Yep.
But I highly would suggest to not give a statement that day to the police officers because your adrenaline's going. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're thinking. I mean, things go so fast, and you may give a wrong statement to the police officer, and that could be held against you in a court of law. So, you may have just been saying whatever it may be because your adrenaline, your mind's not set. I would just let the officer know I want to comply 100%, but I need to speak to my attorney. My attorney's right here. If he's right there, then you can advise what you need to do. But you want to make sure you're protecting yourself as well. So.
Yeah, absolutely. If one little slip up could cost you a lot. Yeah, when you look at that. And so you got these events coming up. We got a GSW, Gunshot Wound Trauma and Management class, Saturday the 3rd. 2 o'clock. You've got the gun range day on the 4th, 9 a.m.
Yeah, we're going to give away free stuff, memberships. They're going to be raffling things off. I don't know if they're going to give away firearms, but it's a great way to meet cool people that shoot here in the Bay Area. They just all come out, get together, give away some free stuff, maybe have some donuts or coffee or something like that. And it's going to be discounted on range fees. You're going to get discounted on ammo and things like that. I think it's $9.99 range fees, unlimited time. So come on, have some fun with us. Well, there'll be a lot of people there, and there's also going to be a lot of vendors and people with companies out there, so you get to meet them, maybe get discounts through them as well.
And one of the biggest fears I think a lot of people have now after seeing the Las Vegas incident is this active shooter. So you've got an active shooter, the Israeli experience, a 3-day course coming up as well.
That's going to be amazing. Himes flies all in from Israel. He trains out there with their government. He's going to show you exactly how they train over there. This is a rare opportunity for you to get someone that's actually involved in this to come to our range here to show you how to do this. And with this event, if you sign up, we have 5 extra tickets, I believe. You're going to get free, 200 rounds of 9mm ammo, and you're also going to get a $25,000 worth membership at the front site for a lifetime membership out there. If you've never been there, it's like the Disney World of shooting. So you're going to get that for free. It's worth $25,000, and also you're going to get the discount for signing up for the class.
I like that. Now, when is your competitive sharpening the saw, the multi-target? When is that event?
The multi-target, we do that. It's El Presidente, and that's usually on Fridays, or they do it on Sundays. They do a steel match on Fridays or Sundays, or they do a bowling pin match every Friday and Sunday. So a lot of fun. So these kind of things get your heart rate going. And you know what? When you're shooting multiple targets, that's a great way to sharpen your skills.
Right.
Especially under pressure.
Yeah, especially because that's, you got an intruder comes in, you're
they don't come as one anymore.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
There can be multiple people, maybe even multiple entrances front and back. And then you gotta try to defend from that multiple points of view, and then it's you and maybe your kids in the house. I mean, these are things you want to think about if you want to be a responsible parent, wife or husband. Carry the guns, be prepared, get the concealed weapon permit before something happens in laws and they take it away. There's a lot of concerns you might want to look at. Thomas King, CEO, Florida Firearms Academy, on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Andrew Gilliland, founder of iSpins.com as well, and we have our feel good story of the week. A man gives his Super Bowl tickets to a young Eagles fan who beat cancer. So stay with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show when we come back right after this short break. And check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Brandon Rhymes PA, at Consumer Quarterback Show on Instagram and Twitter. Follow us on Facebook, and we would love to engage with you and see how we can help you live a better life. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Trisha up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
Listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show. Platinum MVP Realty, our premier sponsor, PlatinumMVPRealty.com. Check out our website. You can do a value search. You can search all of your properties there, and you can also do a buyer side search, finding available inventory. It's a lack of inventory right now. We're looking for listings in the Bay Area. So if you're a homeowner, you want to do a free valuation, you can go to our website or just reach out to us, and we'll help you out with that as well. Call our hotline, 813-670-7372. 7372. And our hotline is 813-670-7372. You can call or text that line.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
And consumerqb.com, consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors there and all their contact information. Check out current events coming up as well. And we want to help you win in any marketplace. Coming up, we have our Name That Tune. Today's songs are from artists who performed at the Super Bowl. And we also have our Feel Good Story of the Week coming up as well. A couple of hot listings I want to let you know about here in Tampa Bay, compliments of Platinum MVP Realty. We've got 10217 Timberland Point Drive in Tampa. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath property in New Tampa in the Arbor Green subdivision. $329,000 for over 3,900 square feet. And it's a split floor plan, gorgeous home in a gated community with lots of upgrades and lots of opportunities to get out and enjoy the tennis courts, the resort-style heated pools, mini playgrounds, and you have a boardwalk over to the middle school as well. And another property in Clearwater, we've got 2614 Cove K Drive, unit number 302. This is a 1-bedroom, 1.5-bath, entry-level kind of a starter home, or maybe a great rental for someone. This one is 810 square feet, and it's a $115,000 listing price at 2614 Cove K Drive in Clearwater. And again, you have a great community here with lots of upgrades and lots of opportunities. You got a golf and waterfront community, marina, clubhouse, restaurant, pro shop, tennis, sauna, fitness, pool, and jacuzzi, and beautiful Tampa Bay. Great place to live, work, and play. Coming up, we have man gives his Super Bowl tickets to a young Eagles fan who beat cancer. That's our feel-good story of the week. Now we want to shift gears. Earlier in the show, we were talking with Thomas King, CEO of Florida Firearms Academy, talking about your self-defense, ways that you can be prepared and just kind of defend yourself, defend your family, and potentially having that concealed permit. And we are going to talk with Andrew Gilliland now. He's the founder of iSpyPens.com. So very interesting story. A young entrepreneur, kind of reminds me of the Shark Tank, that whole series of Shark Tank shows, and we've had some other Shark Tank folks on the show that have been on the program, but pretty cool bio here you gave me. I mean, you've got $140,000 in sales just from the last time we met, working out of your dorm room over at the University of Tampa. Tell us more.
Yeah. So about 16 months ago, I launched iSpy Pens out of my dorm room at the University of Tampa, and it's really been a crazy journey. We've faced a lot of setbacks throughout the process, but I'm very proud to say that I've built a team of 8 people now, and we've really seen growth every single month since I've launched the company. We're now in talks with HSN, Best Buy, Walmart, companies like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a long process, but that's where we're headed in that retail direction. But additionally, I have Josh here who's joined my team, and it's really about us honing in on our leadership abilities. And one other thing is we were just announced as one of the top 32 tech startups in the United States for college students. But we're really hoping that we can go to South by Southwest and pitch to some pretty high net worth individuals.
That's really cool. And one of the things I like, we were talking earlier in the green room, where you have, there's some competition out there. There's other products, but you're actually built right here in the United States. Tell us more about that part of it.
So it's kind of cool. So if I go back to where we started, we did focus in on a pre-existing video surveillance device that we improved just in basic means such as instructional videos and tutorials, customer service, and then we also partnered up with SanDisk to provide better memory storage. But the direction that we're going in, and our sample units are arriving this month for a new pen that features new hardware, new programming, improved memory, extended battery life, pretty much just taking the whole experience to the next level. But yes, everything is assembled right here in the United States.
That's pretty cool. And you do have a special offer for our listeners out there. You got a $10 discount coupon code ConsumerQB.
That's correct. So If you go to iSpyPens.com, you can enter ConsumerQB at checkout for $10 off your purchase.
Nice, very cool. Thanks for doing that for our listeners. So,
of course.
So this was. Let's talk about the applications. Now
of course.
We see these days with the babysitter videos, maybe a business application. What's your vision for that?
Yeah, of course. So speaking on some of the crime we were previously talking about, that's one of the reasons why my market is rapidly growing. It's growing about 50% year over year over the past 4 years. And that's part of the reason why I entered the market. But in terms of the customers that we're serving, we're working with victims of workplace harassment, from sexual harassment to racial discrimination.
Right.
Lots of detectives, private investigators. We've actually been able to sit down with a detective at Tampa PD and figure out how we can add value to what they're doing on their end of things.
Right.
And then, we work with parents and students and all sorts of people who call us, and they tell us how we've actually impacted their life in a positive way.
Wow. Pretty cool. What round number, how many of these iSpy pens have you sold?
So we've served about 6,000 customers at this point,
Nice.
but we're at max capacity right now. So I'm figuring out how we can actually scale that up.
Right.
And that's where our retail strategy comes in.
Yeah.
And obviously innovation.
Yeah. I was just listening to the Shark Damon John, his book that came out.
Right.
And, I love audiobooks. First of all, let's face it, how lucky are we to live in 2018 where we can, have all of this on-demand knowledge and data and podcasts, where we can listen to an audiobook as we're driving in our car or working out. So I love that, what Tony Robbins called net time, no extra time, so you can utilize two things at once, doing laundry or whatnot. But Damon's book, he talked about how he leveraged, in the beginning, he had, the printing company basically write the check directly to, or the retailer write the check directly to the printing company, so it cut him out. He gave them an extra margin, and it was able for him is basically like they were factoring his business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was interesting to see some of the inside track of how he got his start with the completely different industry, but similar type of product and need.
Right. So speaking of Damon John, it's funny. We were actually participating in an HSN pitch event about 2 months ago in Washington, D.C., and we had the opportunity to speak with Damon, and he actually has our product on hand.
Wow.
So it's really about, getting in front of the gatekeepers, the
That's
guys
right.
that can really put us in front of the right people.
Yeah.
And so we can take our vision to the next level.
Yeah, like the power of proximity we were talking about before. The ability to, just kind of when you have a goal in life, the more that you can be around it, you can listen to it, pray on it, however you focus, meditation wise. If you can go into, I remember before I started the radio show about 5 years ago, I was just, whenever the idea first came into my mind, I was just, enamored with the idea to be able to, come on, be the celebrity, feature my real estate listings, grow my real estate brokerage, but also partner up and have a networking group built inside of my show was the model that I chose to go with. And I went down to one of the local radio stations and just sat there. I said, can I just sit here and watch you guys? I just want to watch and be around it and walk around and go to the cafeteria. And I was talking to the different jocks that came in, the DJs. And, that experience just, it's one more thing. You're going to pick up the lingo. You're going to understand more. Oh, what are the different types of microphones? What are these things you're wearing on your head? Oh, we call those cans, So, you pick up that, and the power of proximity is going to help you bring you closer to your goal.
Right. So before we walked in here, Josh here, he looked at me and he said, man, it's just about showing up. And if we put our face in front of people and we can demonstrate the value that we can add to any situation, although we're young, we do believe in what we're doing.
Yep.
And, you touched upon failure at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
And Josh and I, we kind of break down our failures into every day we experience micro failures.
Right.
And, all of us experience hundreds of micro failures every single day. But it's really about how those are actually setting us up to win in the future.
Yeah.
And, you touch upon Tony Robbins, and Josh and I look up to many different mentors, many of them online. And that's something that I think is very important for everybody listening to do, is find somebody that you can aspire to be like. And we, when I first met you and people like you, you really give us something tangible to work towards. And a vision of what success looks like.
That's awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that. And along those lines, it's like I said, you can't push on the side of success. You can only push that pendulum on the side of failure. And with that failure comes problems, right? So you have problems. And I think a lot of times in life, the problem is with a lot of people is that we think we're not supposed to have problems. First of all, it's a paradigm shift. And then when you think about problems, they lead us to a higher level of problem. You solve one problem, you're going into the next one. And that's what I've found in life, is that you're in the middle of a problem, you just came out of a problem, or you're heading right into the next problem. But the idea is to elevate to higher quality problems.
Of course.
So when you look at that, the quality of problems is gonna relate to your income levels, your quality of life, and the idea that the overall perspective of what you focus on. Back to what we started the show off in is what you focus on is going to expand.
Definitely. And we're really big on figuring out how we can take our problems, which in our world are really they're not actual problems, right? People are homeless and starving. Those are real problems.
Right.
We're running a business, and I remember one of the biggest challenges that I faced in the process. We were in Georgia, actually, at a Tony Robbins event.
Yep.
And we primarily were selling on Amazon when we launched the company.
Yep.
And my ex-business partner had just exited from the company, and Amazon told us we were no longer allowed to sell on their platform. So suddenly it's like two major things shifted all at the same time.
Yeah.
And I remember it was just about taking that L and turning it into a win and figuring out how do we adjust here. And everything that happens to us in life, I believe, is for a bigger purpose.
Absolutely.
To get us where we're going.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. Andrew Gilliland, founder of iSpyPens.com here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Also, Thomas King in studio. When we come back, more from our expert contributors and our feel-good story of the week. Man gives his Super Bowl tickets to young Eagles fan who beat cancer. Stay with us here for our Name That Tomb as well. And we'll be right back on the other side of this break. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. Featured in Florida Realtor Magazine multiple times, Top Agent Magazine, the Tampa Bay Business Journal. We're helping you win in any marketplace, and we've got a lack of inventory right now here in the Tampa Bay market, so we'd love to talk to you if you're thinking about selling, buying, investing. PlatinumMVPRealty.com. Giving a shout-out to Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora on beautiful St. Pete Beach. That's our official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. It's the first new hotel built on St. Pete Beach in decades. Spanish ancestry meets cool Mediterranean attitude. Got a whitewashed palace with expansive luxury suites with balconies overlooking the intercoastal waterways and the Gulf of Mexico. You got rooftop yoga on the weekends, the Castile restaurant on site, and breakfast, lunch, and dinner available. Make sure you let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you, and you're going to get 20% off of your room stay anytime you book at our hotel partner, Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora on beautiful St. Pete Beach. All right, we're back here in studio. We're helping you win. We've got Intelligent Talk Radio here, some intelligent folks in studio with us. Thomas King, he's the CEO of Florida Firearms Academy and our self-defense expert on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Andrew Gilliland, founder of iSpyPens.com. And let's go ahead and have a little fun. So every day, every week, we're going to have some fun with you here on our Name That Tune.
and gentlemen, name that tune.
All right, so all songs from today's list are from artists who performed at the halftime of the Super Bowl. And Justin Timberlake performed at this year's Super Bowl. We'll see if you can name these tunes who have been performed. So bonus points for the Super Bowl they performed in. All right, so number one, here we go. Number one on the list. Aerosmith, you got it.
But I got to name the tune.
Now we got to name which Super Bowl that was. So this one was actually interesting. It was back in Tampa. It was a 2001 Super Bowl in Tampa.
Wow.
And we recently had Rob Higgins from the Tampa Bay Sports Commission on the show, and I had brought it up because I remember there was such a we really taxed and challenged Tampa International Airport because it was two East Coast teams. So you had people flying in from Baltimore, and I think it was New York back then. It was it was the Ravens and the Giants in that Super Bowl. So that was an interesting show talking about how the Tampa Bay Sports Commission works to bring these big events. And we just had the NHL All-Star Game here at the same weekend in Gasparilla, and it went really well. All right, so here we go. We got another song here.
The Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones is correct. That's right.
1992.
Yeah, 2006. 2006, the Detroit Super Bowl.
Don't you have anything in their generation?
Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah,
I'm
we got
sure
some
you
stuff.
guys got some stuff from our generation.
We got some stuff coming up. We got some
The
stuff.
Rolling Stones are
I don't even know that was even my generation.
That's timeless, right? The Rolling
Oh yeah,
Stones.
that's what I'm saying. I have no excuses for that.
Speaking of timeless, this guy right here is timeless too. Here we go.
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty. One of the
You guys
best
are going to
ever.
win the Mercedes now.
It's 3-0. Do you want to hop in here? No.
Okay, so this was the Super Bowl in 2008 in Glendale, Arizona.
2008. And now
I
he's
got
gone.
3 names.
Third one.
He just passed
Did
away.
you just hear?
Tom Petty.
Nothing came through.
Tom Petty, passed away. Yeah. Make sure you're plugged in. All right, here we go. Here's the next one. Somebody said
You know who this is,
1991.
Nah, I don't.
Is this a boy singing? Or
This is
boy band?
this is a boy band.
Is it what's one of them boy bands?
They the nickname is or the acronym is KNOTB. It's the New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block.
1991. New Kids on the Block.
Weren't they local here too in Tampa?
I'm not sure. Maybe Orlando. I think NSYNC was Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the folks were from Orlando. Some of those songs, some of those groups. All right, here we go. Here's one. Here's a classic.
Michael
Jackson.
You know that.
I know Michael Jackson. When I do, you got it faster.
Pasadena, California, 1993.
Wow.
Michael Jackson performed at the Super Bowl. All right, last song. Here we go. This is one you guys could get.
Oh, that digital.
You know it, but you didn't.
You got it.
It's
Punk. And
The
they
Black
split
Eyed
up.
Peas.
They split up now. They split up too.
The Black Eyed Peas. I remember I saw them perform live when I was with Argent Mortgage Company back in the day. Kind of a testament to how much money these mortgage companies spent back before the big meltdown. Is they were our entertainment out at one of my first. What they called like the quarterly sales meetings, and the Black Eyed Peas came out and they entertained. We had Jay Leno as a speaker that night, and then the next day we had Tony Robbins. So we did those cool parties every quarter. Every quarter they spent money like that. So I was with Argent Mortgage.
Speakers.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, we had Jarek Robbins on the show,
Nice.
Tony's son.
Nice.
But so a testament to how much money that was spent and some would say wasted at these different types of meetings with the mortgage industry. Where did the money go, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that was our Name That Tune. Now we are going to tell you something good. Every week we have a positivity injection for you, and we'd like to tell you something good, something positive that's happening in the news.
Tell me something good.
So a man gives his Super Bowl tickets to young Eagles fan who beat cancer. So he had the surprise of a lifetime thanks to the kindness of a stranger. So Cole Fitzgerald, 13, found out on Monday that he was attending the Super Bowl in Minneapolis. The man who gave Cole the free tickets is a diehard Vikings fan and said, "There is no way I can go to that Super Bowl." So he called Spare Key, an organization that helps families in crisis with ill children, and asked them to give his Super Bowl tickets to someone special. That's when he found Cole. Spare Key Director of Development Mary Series told NBC. Cole, who lives in Philadelphia, is an 8th grade cancer survivor who battled neuroblastoma since he was 3. Because of his joint underdevelopment, the diehard Eagles fan never played football, but he is the manager of his junior high school football team. Siri flew to Philadelphia over the weekend with the tickets and then gave Fitzgerald the biggest surprise of his life. Feel good story right there.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Did he have extra ones?
Yeah, right. Any extras? Here we go. Lightning round.
The lightning round.
I am so good at lightning rounds.
I majored in lightning round.
All right, lightning round. Top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Thomas King, you're up first, CEO for
Lightning
Firearms.
round. I'm great at those.
Yeah.
I would say, we all go through life thinking it won't happen to me and I have time. But in this kind of situation, you need to ask yourself, if you're in your home and someone actually does, multiple people come into your home and your family's there, what are you going to do to protect them?
Right.
Are you going to sit there and just become a victim? Or are you going to actually stand up and do something?
Right.
Whether it's training with martial arts, knives, bats, whatever, mace, some kind of training, get the proper training you need. Take care of your family because these times have been changing. And there's been a lot of crazy things going on in this country. Not only that, in our city. So stand up for yourself. Get the protection you need, not only cameras, like even spy cameras too. That could actually help you out a lot. I remember one time I got pulled over, and if I didn't have my camera on there, I'd probably be in jail because they said I was doing 180 miles per hour.
Wow.
Or 130 miles per hour. But I had a camera. I said, oh, okay, that's not you.
You had a dash camera?
I had a helmet camera on my motorcycle, and I said, sir, I'll show you right now. That was not me. He said, oh, it's someone like you. Looked like your bike. But I was like, that wasn't me. So cameras change the world. They will help you a lot. I would actually highly suggest a spy pen, too. I think that's great stuff.
That's interesting. Yep. Andrew.
I think that I want to close by touching on the power of focus and how focus has really allowed us to hone in on what we're passionate about and build a product like this.
Yeah.
I mean, when at first look, it's just a basic video surveillance pen, but when you dive deeper into what Josh and I have really built and what backs iSpy pens, I think that it's really something that should demonstrate to other people that when you focus in on what you love to do every single day, that's how you make progress and how you achieve and how you win. And with our product, it's as simple as clicking the button on top of the pen to record an HD video. And you just unscrew it and plug it directly into your laptop for instant video playback.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So the power of focus has definitely been huge for us.
Yeah, focusing on something that you're passionate about. We've heard that over and over from different entrepreneurs, successful speakers, and when you focus on something that you're passionate about, it's going to come through. It's not going to feel like work. It's going to feel like play. And there's going to be challenges like we talked about. There's going to be problems, but the ability now, again, we live in the best city, Tri-City area here, in the best country on the best planet. And when you look at the ability to choose your profession, choose what you want to focus in on, and have fun every day.
You can make anything happen.
Yeah, just like Thomas, you enjoy being around firearms and helping people, protect themselves. And
it's a passion.
Yeah,
and keeping perspective on everything. It's we often lose perspective. Every day I catch myself and I'm like, you need to keep what you're doing in perspective, because even when you face major roadblocks, when you look at what's actually happening out there in the world, we have it pretty good.
Yeah, good point. Sometimes we complain. I'm typing on my phone, it locks up. Oh, stupid phone, right? Really? This thing allows me to be free, mobile, travel, book or order food right on the phone. And so exactly. So you want to focus on what you talk about and what you say. So I want to thank Thomas King, CEO of Florida Firearms Academy. I want to thank Andrew Gilliland, founder of iSpy.com. And we've got Josh as well, his partner Josh. So we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness, something as simple as packing up some leftover food, clothing you may have, carrying it with you to and from your commute. Be a force for good. Hand it to that person that you see in need, and be a force for good in the community. Continue to tune into our show. Check us out on social media. We would love to engage with you. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback. quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.